AdvancedSkeleton for Blender is a plugin or a extension, as Blender calls it, that allows us to get our AdvancedSkeleton rigs into Blender. And we can see here we got our tuna demo character in Blender with both the face rig and the body rig working. So let's see how this works, and we'll do that with starting with a new clean scene. Actually, one thing I want to clarify is that the current version of AdvancedSkeleton for Blender is not a rig builder in itself that allows you to build rigs. The current version is an importer. It imports rigs that you have built in AdvancedSkeleton in Maya. All right, that being said, let's see how it's done. So when you start up Blender, you can go to Preferences, and there's a section here called Get Extensions. Then on the other side, you can use this drop-down menu to choose Install from Disk. And in AdvancedSkeleton Files under Div, you'll see a folder called Blender Plugins. And in there, you can see we have here the zip file that we're gonna select. And that pops up this item here on the side, the UI for our AdvancedSkeleton for Blender. And you can see that this is version 1.0.0. One important thing I want to mention right now is that there might be future versions of AdvancedSkeleton that includes updates of this plugin. If that's the case, then as normal in AdvancedSkeleton, you can use the check for update and automatically update, and even click this version history news button, and you might see something like this, that the Blender plugin has been updated. If it has been updated, you update your AdvancedSkeleton in Maya first, but that does not automatically update in your plugin in Blender. That's because the way Blender loads plugin, it doesn't look live at that plugin. You're gonna have to go in here, get extensions, and again, install. And when you do that, it will detect that it's actually installed. It'll just update the version. That's how you'll deal with versions. So let's look at the interface here. It's fairly simple at this point. It has some buttons that lets you to import the FBX, set the scale, choose JSON files, which essentially is just some text files that contains information about the rig, and then it lets you build with a handy little function on the bottom that says go to build pose. So let's jump over to Maya and choose a character. So we'll take tuna as we saw in the beginning. Once you have a rig in AdvancedSkeleton that you want exported, you go to the export section and you start off with doing an FBX export. This might pop up that says if you're exporting to game engine, it's highly recommended to use a root motion joint, but we're going to Blender, not a game engine, so we'll skip it. I'll make myself a folder on the desktop for this. I'll call it the demo, and we'll say tuna. And we're gonna pretty much use the default options. Quick note here, if your character was using OPM, offset parent matrix, then for the exporter to work successfully, you're actually gonna need to turn on bake. But tuna is not an OPM character. We'll turn off animation, call it tuna, and export. All right, that's exported the FBX. And next, we're gonna want those text files that describes the rig, one for the body, one for the face, and it's this section that says JSON data. So body rig export, I'll call it tuna body, and face rig, we'll call it tuna face. Let's jump over to Blender and start the process. So we start at top, import FBX, and choose our character. It's probably gonna look something like this when it comes in, which is looking a bit odd and scary. It's got to do with the different settings. Blender has a different world up. It also has a different preference for joint down axis. So it looks like this, but don't worry too much about that. At this point, you can scale the character if you want it. So if you wanted it, for example, to be 10 times bigger, you could just set scale. We'll go with a 1 time here, 1x, and we'll choose our body JSON file and face JSON file. Then we hit the button that says build body rig, and that pretty much instantly builds our body rig. So we get a rig here that is very similar to what we have in Maya. It's got the IK and FK. You can blend between the two. And by the way, to control what's custom attributes in a channel box in Maya, it's gonna, in Blender, appear a little bit different. You can, one place you can see it, if you go to Bone and open custom properties, you'll see the attributes here. So here you can see we can change blend from IK to FK. There's one more place you can see this, and that is this little section here called rig settings. So rig settings has some functions. So basically, by default, it has buttons to toggle visibility of controls or geometry, and it has a button to go to build pose. This little section also updates depending on custom added attributes. If you select the FKIK controller, you see it populates with all those available attributes. Likewise, select the IK, you see we're getting roll and stretchy IK for stretchy option. And this little interface here is now embedded within this character. So if you were to save this character out as a Blender file and possibly send it to someone else, when they open it, they will get this rig setting interface as a sidebar here. Not the AdvancedSkeleton interface. That does not ship with the character. That comes with the plugin. But they do get this handy little rig settings tool on the sidebar. So yeah, we got the IK, FK, IK, FK blending, spine as well as FK, IK and blending. It's important to know it's not the full extended rig. So if you go to Maya, select the foot, you can see we have a bunch of attributes for fine tweaking here. Like the foot roll, you can set the individual angles for each breakpoint throughout the roll. And in here, you can see that's fairly simplified. So at this point, it's not all the functions that come across. So it's not all the attributes, not all the functions either. So in Maya, we have quite an extensive list of possible attributes and functionalities that we can add, as we can see here. Not all these are working as of yet. More might be ported, possibly on demand, as if people see a need for it. But it does have the standard and the basics, like for example, FK-IK blending here, which we can blend to FK. Likewise, we can rotate the FK and see you get a nice soft bend because it's bending multiple joints. And turning on the in-between shows those as individual controllers. And that's the same that we would have in Maya. Other things such as global for maintaining global orientation is also functions that are in the Blender version. This is the body rig we looked at so far. Next, let's click the button that says Build Face Rig. And there we go. We now have a face rig. And this is as well a simplified version. In here, we have an extensive version with lots of side control box controllers, as well as on-face controllers, as well as region controllers. And there's a lot going on. Here we do have a simplified version, but it does allow for controlling the face through the familiar control box here. And we got the higher level controllers here that controls phonemes and emotions as well. Fear and happy and so on. Likewise, you can select multiple controllers, which is quite handy and intuitive. Holding down Alt lets you, as you see here, control the multi-selection of custom attributes or properties, as they call them in Blender. Likewise, we have driving systems. I forgot to mention that in the body. And the driving systems are brought across from Maya procedurally, so any custom driving system you have should be able to come across as well. And it has that function. You can click and drag to select multiple drivers at once. And that's it. That's the current version of AdvancedSkeleton for Blender plugin. There might be updates coming to this if there is a demand for that. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. And I'll see you next time.